adventures. Let's continue our adventure to the story of Genesis in chapter 3. In the magical winterland called Eden, Adam and Eve lived in a fantastic garden filled with colorful trees and friendly animals. Now in this garden there was a special tree called the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And God, the amazing master builder, said, "Hey, my little friends, you can play with anything in the garden, but please don't touch the apples from this tree." One day, a clever, sneaky, talking snake came and whispered to Eve, "Hey, those apples are the tastiest. You should try one." Eve got a curious thought. Maybe just one bite won't hurt. Oof. So Eve took a little bite of the shiny apple and shared it with Adam too. They realized they made a big mistake and felt a bit sad because they didn't listen to God's rule. When God found out, he was not angry, but a bit worried. He said, "My dear friends, because you ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you need to leave the garden, but I still love you." Now, some people would try to say, God's mean because they told Adam and Eve to leave the garden. But God said he will always love them and still be with them. So Adam and Eve left the garden but learned an important lesson about listening to God's rules and being curious in the right way. But guess what? God didn't leave them alone. He gave them cool clothes and promised to be with them no matter what. Hint, hint, my little explorers, that person who will come to save us one day is Jesus. We'll talk more about him later. Genesis 3 tells us how sin entered the world. It also shows how sin entered our lives. Adam and Eve chose to do what they knew was wrong. They chose themselves over God, and by doing that, they damaged themselves. So God wants us to listen to him, be kind to each other, and learn from our mistakes. So remember, my little builder, curiosity is great, but it's also important to listen to our master builder, God, because he loves us very much. Now, in a so-called curious story, if you haven't seen that before, George is always so curious, and sometimes it gets him into trouble. That's very similar to the Bible, because curiosity is really great, but we should always listen to our master builder. Okay, little explorers, here's the verse to treasure. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" That's Genesis 3 verse 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep exploring the Bible. Bye-bye!